Yo, what's up guys? WoW Legion Remix has been out for a couple of days now, and in that time, people have put together some really good add-ons to help us get through the next 100 or so days. So here is some of the best ones to get you going, and this is going to be ones that help you scrap all of your items faster, ones that help you track your world quest faster, get around the map easier, and just generally make quality of life in the Legion Remix experience much better. So I'm going to get straight into this. Okay, so the first add-on I want to talk about is Legion Remix Helper. This is incredible. I'll show you here in the settings all the different things it can do. I have most of it turned off because it's one thing I really want to talk about. It does things such as like notify you when you hit certain milestones, unlock new things. It can auto accept and turn in quests if you're looking to like speed run your alts. It can automatically purchase upgrades in your artifact. It can open the caches for you, things like that. So it does a lot of interesting things. But one of the best things this add-on does is scrapping. So when you go to your scrap, what we're used to doing is this. We right click them all and then we press scrap and it slowly puts them all in. Well, with this, we can go into here and we can go max scrapping quality. We'll scrap everything. And then we just press auto scrap and scrap. And it just does everything for you. This is easily the single best add-on for me. I would have a full inventory after questing and it would just stay full because it just couldn't be bothered to do this. And this just takes all of that effort away. As long as you make sure you've equipped your upgrades, that does all the work for you. And then you get, all of your bronze, all of your infinite power, just as easy as that. Okay, next up is called Trove Tally. So Trove Tally is a way for tracking all of the Legion Remix stuff. The mounts, the titles, the pets, all that sort of stuff. So normally in your warband collections, you have your mounts and your pets and stuff, and it's quite hard to filter by just Legion Remix stuff. Well, now I'll hide my camera. There'll be a new tab. There'll be a new tab at the bottom once you have this add-on called Legion Remix. On the right of campsites here at the bottom right, Legion Remix. And when you're on this tab, you can then filter by the things you want to track. So if I have everything turned on, if I check all, you can see I've got 62 out of 426 things. And that's just like everything. If I turn it back to, uncheck all and we just look at mounts, I've got 24 out of the 73 mounts. So 32% of the mounts in the game. And it will tell you need to spend 1.3 million more bronze to collect everything, which is a really nice way to track things. And it will also show you on here how to get them. So it will show you, what vendors they come from and how much bronze they are. And then it will show you if they have like an achievement. So here, time run a demon hunter, get a demon hunter to max level and you get this one, get a rogue to max level and you get this one, which is cool. And it can also track things that, you might not be looking for, or you might not be aware of so well, such as things like titles, set pieces, all of the different ensembles. So this is really nice, and it saves you like going externally looking at different, trackers, because you can just keep it all in here. It also tracks your research. It says research here. More tasks will be added in 13 hours, 17 out of 18. So if you're trying to track, the infinite research that you get from the dragon, you can do that with this as well. So I find this really, really, really nice and something that we'll likely be using all the way through. Okay, next up is World Quest Tracker. Now this add-on here, when you open your map, we'll have a new overlay of all the different world quests. So if you're not aware, as you progress through the Legion Remix campaign and you level up your character and stuff, you will unlock world quests all over the Broken Isles. And the good thing about this is they give you rep, they give you items, they give you rewards, and your different things will require you to do world quests. So your class hall will, I think most class halls, if not all of them, will send you out at a certain point to go and do 10 world quests. There will also be quests from the dragon, infinite research quests to go and do world quests. So it's really good, and it helps you max your rep with the different, factions, which also gets us other achievements. So with this, we can hover over them and, see what's available right now. We can also see, specific things like, if you're looking for withered armor training, you can see that's up right now in this without having to go into Suramar and look for it. You can also track down at the bottom what they relate to. So say you're looking to do, if we go into, say, Azuna, and you can see right now we have these things here. If you're not aware, in Legion, you have these rotating emissary quests. So every day there will be new emissary quests. When you first unlock this, there'll be 3. I've done 2 of them, so that's why there's only showing 1. And this will require you to do world quests for a specific group. And when you do 4 of them, you can then go to the leader, hand in, you talk to them and you finish the quest. And that will give you this item here, Cache of Infinite Power, and a bunch of rep. So it's really good to make sure, for example, right now, Court of Addons only has 13 hours before that rotates out. I would likely want to do as many as possible. I can go down to here and I can look to Court of Addons. It says there are 6 quests up right now that will give me rep for that faction. I can click them and they're all highlighted now. So that's a really good way to do it. All this line here is Court of Addons now. So I can then go in here and they're all tracked, which is really, really nice. And, they also have the icon next to them that lines up down here, so you know you're doing the right ones. So I find this really, really useful for just making sure you're making the best use of your time and you're not missing good rewards before they go. Okay, and then one of the last things to talk about that isn't really an add-on in-game, but is something that we need to track, and that is artifacts. So one of the biggest things in Legion was collecting your artifact appearances. If you go into your collection and you go into your appearances, you go to your main hand and you click here, you can see all of the Legion skins you've collected, and you can see there's quite a lot. But there are a lot more than this in the game that you can still collect in Legion Remix. Frustratingly, there is no way to track this in game. Back in the day, you used to have a hub in your class hall that you could go to, put your weapon in, and you could see all the different upgrades and how to get them. All the different artifact skins and how to get them. That doesn't exist in Remix for some reason. So I will show you the website that is still available that most of us still use. There might be an add-on out or an add-on being worked on that does this, but the website is still really, really, really good. And it's this here. It's Wowhead, dash artifact, Wowhead / artifact calc, or you could just type in Wowhead artifacts, and this is incredible. It tracks all of them. So you would just go to your class. So for example, Demon Hunter, which most of you are probably playing, and click Havoc down here. You would get the Havoc Demon Hunter appearance, and you can see here all of the different skins for it. You can see these come from the campaign. You just do the campaign and do the different zones. You unlock those skins. You do these ones here, complete the class hall, and you unlock those 4. These ones here are the Balance of Power quest line, still available in game. Down here we have PvP, and I believe these are no longer available. You have the mage power, and I believe these are no longer available as well. And down here you have the hidden ones, which are still available. So I think it's just these 2 lines we can't get in Remix, I think. And you can do that for all classes. If we go on Protection Paladin, for example, it's the same way. All these 4, 8, 12 are available. You can still go and collect all of these in Legion Remix. These 2 slots down here would not be available. These 2 here would not be available. And then this at the bottom should be available still. So yeah, this is something I'm still using to collect all of mine during Remix, and I've used this. I used this back in the day, so I'd recommend it as well. But that's pretty much everything. I hope you find this useful. If there's any other add-ons you've used that are really good, let me know down below. If you have any questions, let me know. But yeah, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one.